Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, finally Friday. Hope everybody, anybody that's a football fan, I hope you enjoyed the football last night. That was a good game. Fortunately, the Chiefs lost. I picked them in my pool to win. Lost by a point. Oh well. Long season ahead. So starting off 0-1 in my pool is not good, but oh well. So we're back out here on this mulching job with the Mini. Just down in a hole down in here, and a lot of cane thrush and a lot of stuff, you know. So let's take a look at what we got real quick and then we'll get started. All right, so if you didn't see the last video, came in here with a little Munch. Got the Kubota U55 with the pre-knock mulcher here, and basically we got this whole area done yesterday in about 8 hours. Looks really good, really opened up. The client's very happy with everything so far. These big logs, I talked to him about bringing the skid steer in here and grinding those up, but because this is so tight in here, and you can see how tight that is, I would have to come back another day to get the tighter areas to make it look nice with this machine. And he said don't worry about it, he'll cut those up, move them with his tractor, and just burn them later after they bring the house in here. So that's fine, because that's going to save him a good bit of money on the job. And so he wants to go back about 200 feet from the road. I'm probably at about 100 feet right now with that, pretty close to it. And so I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna work my way in, we'll make a hard right and just clear out as much as we can going down. I'll probably make 2 or 3 more passes through here, just getting everything I can, and then we'll kind of see where we're at distance wise and see how close we are to 200 feet. So let's get started. Sorry for the language. Sorry. Ow. Well, that's fun. Dang it. Damn it. Well, we made it about 2 hours and we have problems. So, looks like something hit that thing. That's the weak point on this mulcher, is that part right there. That little metal part that comes down out of that diverter valve. So, we have got, last time this happened, these heads locked up and they would not come back apart, and I had to buy 2 new heads. That was the most expensive part of this. This little piece right here is pretty cheap, and that little piece, but I got all the way to the Kubota dealer to get them. But I just talked to the client. We just measured this out. I was curious about where I was, so we're right at about 150 feet where I'm at, so we don't have a lot further back to go. With the reach on this machine, I should be able to finish this cut through here, turn, make another, and make one more cut, and we're going to be about where we need to be. That pine standing right there is 175 feet right there. So we're close to about 150, 160 feet right here, roughly speaking. So we're not far, but I'm not getting this done today. I was hopeful to get this done today, but not with this now. This is going to be about a whole 2-hour process for me to get this unhooked, run into Kubota, get the parts. I may have to go get 2 new heads as well from the hydraulic shop. I don't know. Let's get this torn apart and see what we can do. Well, there we go. I am not a mechanic, folks. Right into the dirt with my wrench. Not a mechanic, folks. Damn. Well, there it be. See a metal piece broke off in there, and that's useless. But it's not an expensive part. Getting these heads off is gonna be fun. Dang it. Oh, it came off. Whoop, whoop. Good news. Good news there. So we will have to probably replace this head unless we can vise it out. But that's good. All right, so we need another one of these and another one of these and maybe another one of these. This is expensive. I don't think I lost enough hydraulic oil for it to be a problem. So the tank looks good, but let's go get some parts. Hey God, they said it was supposed to rain tomorrow. Why are you doing this? Come on, I don't need this right now. I still got to put this freaking mulcher back together. This is no bueno. It was not supposed to rain today. Weather people, where y'all at? Let's go get this thing put back together. Oh look, it sounds like hail. That's even better. Yay! We got rain, we got thunder, we got lightning, we got hail. So much fun. And I'm still not putting that together, so now I gotta put everything back together while it's soaking wet. Even better. This day is turning out wonderful. Well, it's Friday. Well, just gotta deal with it. Comes with the territory. You couldn't have held off for a little bit longer, God? It's supposed to rain tomorrow. Guess not. It's too important for it. It had to rain now. That was just too important. Okay. All right. I think it's kind of stopped raining. I gotta get this O-ring off of this and get it onto the new piece. Let's see if I can't do that really quick. Ah, there we go. I got it. Come on. Come on, Mr. O-ring. Got it started. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. I had it. Oh, I think I got it. Oh, come on. Oh, I got it. There it is. Persistence. All right. New O-ring. Well, not new O-ring, but putting an O-ring on the new fitting. So, give you guys an idea of the cost. All I bought was this little piece here and this little piece, $34. And people wonder why the people that do mulching work charge so much. Because when you go buy two little pieces of metal and they're like $30, $35. Thank goodness I didn't have to buy a head. This head right here is over like 150 bucks. So, all right, I'm gonna put some Teflon on this. And then we're gonna start putting stuff back together. Rain, rain, go away. Always carry Teflon. Very useful when dealing with hydraulic fittings. I wear this gaiter because the bugs and the flies just eat my ears alive out here in the swamps and the woods. All right, so that's Teflon. All right, let's put this thing back together. Hopefully it all works. I don't think this needs Teflon because it has an O-ring, so I don't believe it needs that. I'm trying to think, should I put... Maybe I should put this in here first. Yep. All right. Guys actually get to see me do a little bit of mechanicking today. I am not much of a mechanic. It's just not my thing. I didn't grow up being a mechanic. Did not grow up turning wrenches. I grew up swinging a hammer with my dad, working on houses. Totally different thing. Totally different. We'll hit that with the hammer a few times just to make sure it's locked in there. Let's put a little more, let's put some Teflon on this side before we put that hydraulic head on. Ooh, hear that thunder. I don't know if I can even do this. I don't know if this is gonna work with that thing in the way. Maybe, let's see. Oh yeah, we got it through. I don't need much. I don't even know if the last piece had Teflon on this side. I don't even know that it did. But we'll put a little on here just to be sure. That'll work. Better than none. Make sure this is clean or dry in here. Why is that hitting that? That typically has not hit that before. Maybe it's just got to come up. So the whole assembly should, so this piece is turning itself into, so this little metal piece here, this middle piece is turning itself into that too, because it doesn't have a fitting on here to be able to turn it into this. So you got to turn this and it will turn that to go into that. Oh, and there's the thunder. Oh. Thunder's one of those, or lightning's one of those things. Well, if God wants to take me, he knows where to find me. I ain't tempting him, but he ain't got to look far. He knows where I am. There we go. All right. Moment of truth. I get this. Oh, now you want to rain again? Come on. What in the world, God? Give me a break. Oh, come on. Why aren't you going? Why don't you want to go? There it went. All right. Let's suck the thumb up and see what we got. See nothing leaking out, so but here comes more rain. But let's try to get some work done before the end of the day. Well, folks, it's still raining. Raining for over an hour now. Yay. Oh, must have hit the button, my bad. I was like, what happened to the mulcher? We're down in here and this ground is getting wet, very wet. I'm not too concerned about getting stuck. It seems pretty sandy and there's a lot of root mat. But man, this rain is coming down. I will say though, when I have had to mulch in the rain, it seems like the material mulches a little faster and a little easier. I don't know if it's because it's wet, maybe it's not got as much friction as the teeth, you know, on the teeth and inside the drum when it's processing. I don't know, but it always seems like it just mulches, everything just mulches a little faster and a little smoother when it's wet. Oh, you don't want it too wet. You get a bunch of mud, which we've already got a bunch of mud here now, but I mean this rain is just coming down in massive droplets. I mean you guys can see it in the GoPro. It's just dumping rain. It was not supposed to rain today. Nobody said a damn word about rain. And now look what we've got. Look what we have got. We have got a mess. I will be be back to this job on Monday for sure because of this blown line. We'd have been pretty much done today, I believe. I was very confident I was going to be done with this job today. I don't think that's going to be the case now. And I've got to leave a little early, which I already knew I had to leave a little early, but I got to leave a little early to go to a thing for a really close friend. I'll get into that at the end of the video, but I got to be somewhere this afternoon. Very important. So it looks like that creek that was up there, where we stopped, it goes crooked through this property because that's the edge of it right there. So that's as far as we're going to be going right there. Let me grind up this privet bush, and there we go. Back up just a hair. And this is one of the reasons I like mulching with the Mini, especially in these low areas. Like this is a low area. It's soft, it's wet now. I can sit right here in one spot and mulch everything in a 15-foot direction, and I don't have to move this machine. I can just swing the arm out, mulch, knock it down, chew it up, and I don't have to track all over the place. The skid steer is great, but everything that you want to mulch, you have to track back and forth over. And when you're in these soft areas like this, that creates ruts, and it just really increases your chances of getting stuck and makes a mess of the machine. I can mulch all that down, and we're not mulching anything in here really big. Now, this is all really 2-3 inch material, the occasional 4 inch, 4 or 5 inch material, but it's pretty intermittent. It's nothing major. It's mostly pretty small stuff that this mulcher right here will just chew up really easily. That's what it's made to eat. Like that, this bush right here, or this privet tree or whatever this, I mean, that's probably 2 or 3 inches right there, 2 inches. I mean, we're just gonna smoke it. No problem. Nothing to that. And then also to grind that up, I don't have to take the skid steer over there near that creek and worry about, getting stuck or whatnot next to that edge. Because you don't know how soft that edge is over there. Oh, that was some lightning. Big doggone lightning stick is what I am. Lightning rod in this machine. But I ain't getting out to go back to the truck. I ain't walking out in this stuff. The hell with that. I ain't doing it. Homie, don't play that. But look at the water flowing down through that creek. Golly, it is going down. Now that it's been raining for about 2 hours and raining hard, this cane thrush in here and this privet, it reminds me of that scene in Forrest Gump when they're walking through when he's in Vietnam and they're walking through everything and it's just rain, it's just piss and rain everywhere they go. And then one day he's like, one day it stopped raining. That's what this looks like. This looks like Vietnam. This looks like the jungles of Vietnam. Exactly what this looks like. There's our creek. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it definitely seems like this stuff grinds up a lot easier when it's wet. I don't know if that's a thing or not. someone in the comments who does a lot of mulching can tell me if they've found the same thing mulching in the rain or not. I don't know, but it definitely seems like this stuff chews up a lot easier and a lot faster when it's wet. But that water going down through that creek is hauling, bud. It is moving. I don't know where it's draining to, but it's going. Clean up over here. We got this little section right here between these trees I need to get cleaned up. There's another big fallen tree right here, but the owner does not want me to really worry about grinding those up if they're too big, so we're not going to mess with them because it's just a waste of time. This is one of those, this is not a beautification job, this is what we call an access job. Like, start mulching and open this up so I can see what I've got on my property, because you couldn't even, when I first started, you couldn't walk into this property. You physically could not walk into this property. Now we can. Him and his wife were out here earlier today walking around, dropping some stakes, looking at where they want to put their house down and stuff like that. This lot has got a ton of water on it. Now if I could, I'll show you guys when I leave, but where I've got to go out at is a pond now. That's great. Oh, great. Let's see. Let me see what we've got. It's raining, it's muddy. Chew all that up, make it look nice. Whoop. Almost got to turn here a little bit. Got to get into this corner here. Get all this mess knocked down. Look at the vines on that thing wrapped around it. Not any wisteria in here, thank goodness. No wisteria, but a good bit of grapevines, which are not quite as bad. They can be a bit of a pain, but they're definitely not as bad as the wisteria. That wisteria can go to hell and stay there as far as I'm concerned. Golly, I hate that stuff. The worst, and it's the worst to try to mulch with this thing, with the Mini, because this thing just doesn't really have the power and the torque to be able to handle it too that great. I mean, it'll do it, but it will really struggle with wisteria. I hope this rain is done. Let me move the GoPro really quick. I'm going to get hit by lightning. Fuck me. That hit right over there somewhere. Damn it. Oh. I think it's about to stop raining. It doesn't. I gotta see if we can't get these vines out of this tree here. Some of them. That's a big old some kind of tree. I don't know what it might be. Is it a gum? What is it? Might be a maple. I can't tell from here. It's too rainy. Y'all are getting the Let's Dig 18 in cab commentary video today, folks. I don't do much of that, but my plans for today. I didn't plan on getting rained on, and I didn't plan on busting a hydraulic hose. So you guys are just along for the ride today. I guess we all are at this point. We're all at the mercy of the weather and the circumstances. Over to God's office and tell him to turn the waterworks off. Jeez Louise. I'll tell you another thing about mulching in the rain, especially with these excavators. If you guys can see, I don't know if you can, but there's steam coming off the lines, off the hydraulic lines, going out to the boom and the arm and the mulcher. So the machine is running very cool right now. You don't have to worry about overheating when you're mulching in the rain. That's really nice. Which I will say, I have never really had a problem with this machine overheating. As long as the radiators are clean and not clogged up, this machine will not overheat running this mulcher. And I've been very happy with that. Now, if the radiators do get clogged up with, you know, grass or dust or anything like that, if you're mulching on a dusty day, or you're mulching or cutting a lot of like broom straw or something that's got a lot of dander coming off of it, that's going into the air and it gets into those radiators, on a hot day, this thing will run warm. You know, it'll get close to overheating. I've never had the alarm go off, but I've had it get a little warm on me. And had to go get the blower, you know, sometimes halfway through a job, and blow it out really quick if it's really dusty material. But that's typically only in the summertime. You know, in the winter time, it's, even if it's dusty in there in the radiators, which I do try to keep clean. But in the winter, it can get pretty dirty in there. You're not going to overheat. This machine does a really good job of cooling everything down. Running this mulcher. I don't understand why every other skid steer manufacturer out there outside of ASV can't put a big enough hydraulic cooler on their machines to handle mulchers on high flow. Like, they put high flow in them, but then they don't put a hydraulic cooler big enough in it to keep the hydraulic oil cool. Like, ASV is the only one that does that. I've heard that the Takeuchis are pretty good about not overheating, but still, the guy I bought my dump truck from, he ran a Takeuchi with a mulcher. And when he bought it, he bought the whole setup brand new, mulcher, skid steer, and the guy would not sell it to him without selling him a rooftop hydraulic cooler too. So and that was on a TL12, the 100 and whatever 10 horsepower model. We got to clean up, but you don't have to go too much further back into the woods, but everything is soaked now, soaking wet back in there. There's water pooling everywhere. We have got problems. That was the other reason I wanted to finish this job today. Was it was supposed to rain tomorrow, not today. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll have this job done today and we won't have a problem. Now, know if you guys can see that, but there's a ton of water over there where I've got to take this machine out. It's a pond, absolute pond. It's gonna be fun getting out of here. And it's pretty wet back here too now. Hopefully I can get out of here. I need to go back up on that end and start another cut before I leave today. Try to get as much done before I get out of here. Let's try to get that done. got the machine running wide open. She's reginning. So that red maple right there is the 200-foot mark, roughly speaking. So I pretty much got this corner to the corner there mulched out. I'll probably have to get that little bit coming back this way, but I've got about 2 more cuts to make to get out what we need to do. So I need to, when I come back on Monday, just work that line down there, turn around and come back, and you basically just go to about where that maple is, because I pretty much got this whole corner cleaned out, because I wanted to go ahead and get this corner done. So all I got to do is make my 2 cuts and that's it. So that's pretty good. That'll be it. It's really tight in here around these pines, but I got most of it. A couple bigger pieces I need to police up here or there, but other than that, it looks pretty good. Most of that water looks like it drained out. That's good, because I got to get this thing up through that ditch and back out to the road. That's going to be really fun. Hopefully we can do that. But yep, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back on Monday trying to get this finished, so stay tuned. We'll be back. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.